Okay, I'm back. I'm actually at 47% here. So I'm gonna plug in my charger pack. Let's see. This is a cheap Walmart thing. Actually, it was like 20, 25 bucks back in the day. They're a lot cheaper now. Not a whole lot of power in this one. I have another full brand new pack and another phone I got off MCW Joker. Give me a real good deal. Really nice guy. And that's fully charged. Wi-Fi hotspot thing, and through my carrier, I can do 10 out of the 25 gig this month on a hotspot. So that is what it is. I should have plenty of power to do what I need to. Okay, it's 54 degrees here in Edgewater right now. I have my hand over the camera. See, I don't know what this green check mark is next to the end broadcast. I'll have to figure out how to do screenshots. I'll have to tinker with this. Start a feed sometime, middle of the night. Nothing's happening, and just try it real quick. I don't want to hit. You know what? Nobody's in here. I'm going to click this green check mark, see what happens. Not sure. You gonna do anything? Edit. Let's see. I'm hitting edit. I don't even know how to give somebody a link yet for I don't know how to give somebody a link to get on panel yet, but it can't be that hard to figure out. If I have too many issues, I get in touch with Jeff, this here Audits, also known as NC Timer Hunter. And see what's up. Oh man, the top of my legs are starting to hurt. I sat down 5 minutes since it was probably like 5:30. Yeah, top of my legs. I know there used to be benches up at the beach. I could go up there now, but it would be too cold with the wind whipping. Especially, it seems like it's coming from the northwest and off the ocean too, and it's dry. I don't know how dry it is, but for 54 degrees, I realize the wind make you feel colder, but man, I'm thinking it's real low humidity. It's going to be beautiful, beautiful 10 days. I think there's 1 day possibility of rain during the week. But man, the bikers, they got lucky this year. Yeah, nobody's in the stream right now. I may leave it run full, you know. Might edit it. This might be one that I tinker with, learning how to edit it. Once it's on YouTube, I'm not sure how to actually edit it. I know StreamYard said something about it saves your videos for 7 days. But I believe it still stays on your YouTube after 7 days. And the video I did yesterday, actually it was 2 days ago, technically now. The one I did for 2 minutes is something talking about the live stream. If I see that disappear off my YouTube in 7 days, also, I don't think it would. But if that's the case, I'll go ahead and put my stuff on an SD card, or store it somehow, so I don't lose all these awesome videos with my 0 followers on this one. Yeah, Mark's been hanging with me since 5 o'clock. Shit, he's been here like 10, 11 hours with me, almost everything, just hanging out. I did that for Philly News Now at one point. I'm far from my 4,000 hours. I only had 11 videos up. Hey, I'm guessing that's you, Mark. I'm not sure. I have one watcher. But yeah, I only had 11 videos up before 2 days ago, since August. And there was only 2 that were actually cop watch. They were more a cop watch thing. I went with Cop Stop Audits. It's a name that kind of hit me, but I didn't realize at the time, I mean, it's common sense, but it just didn't really hit me, as far as cop watching and auditing technically are different things, but they tie in each other a lot. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to auditing and cop watching with a lot of different styles out there. There's a few people, it's just their styles so opposite of mine. I probably would never, I don't want to say never, but a couple of people I would rather not, I'm not going to mention names, do it. And sometimes I would like to get some long distance cameras and long range microphones and all, especially when there's groups 2, 3, 4, and there's a lot of cops, just in case they, when they go ahead and swarm and take cameras and all of a sudden they don't have their body cameras on or whatever. I want to be that guy pulling in, the audio and the visual from a distance, and going a little more, what's the word? Incognito. I do have a pair of camera sunglasses, and I got off a friend for like $100. He paid $140 for them and hardly used them. Got them off him like 3-4 years ago, and they've improved the look of them over the years. It's those eye view, but I hit the reset button. I got to figure out how to reprogram it. I got a friend of mine had looked it up, gave me a text and all, and when I wasn't thinking, and I deleted. I was checking it out last night, but I'd like to have the camera sunglasses as a backup. Even though once in a while you can notice it like that. It looks like I said, like a third eye up there, the way it protrudes in the front. They've really got them down better than that now. Look at that, another light. It does not change. It must be a time thing that when it turns green, it will just not change. That one I actually didn't hit the button, but I've gotten tired because it's like 9 out of 10. It's not making a difference anyhow. I can feel the wind slowing down a little, not much. You can see that flag. That'll give you an idea right there. Hey, thanks, Tony, for stopping by. Okay, Van the Army gave me a thumbs up, and he commented. That was must have been one of my other videos. I'll have to respond to all those videos later. Shit, I had to turn the Wi-Fi off. I had that on in the background. Wasn't connected, but change your battery quicker, from what I understand, when it's searching. I'm up at 48%. I bet you the Wi-Fi was slowing it down. That was cool, Tony. I appreciate you stopping by me. Quick hit and run, but I do appreciate that. Yeah, and every shit, someone comes in for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, it's all good. Help me, I'm not really worried about it. You getting to my 4,000 hours. Of course, I'd like to get that. I wouldn't mind the monetization. I'm not lying. I'm not looking to get rich off it or be a nice little side income. And a lot of people are like the anti-cop watchers and auditors are like, oh, they're just out there trying to get a lawsuit. Oh, they're trying to draw cops in. Oh, they're trying to bait cops. So after a while, I was surprised how many friends or family were saying, oh, so what you're doing, basically, you're going out to bait cops. I got to think about it. Yeah, in a way, I am baiting cops, but I'm out there baiting either corrupt cops, cops that should not be on the street to begin with, might either save somebody's life or whether, it's financially or psychologically or whatever. And it always amazes me how many people instantly judge somebody as a cop hater. And yeah, there are some that really do hate cops and hate all cops. That's their opinion. But the majority of auditors and cop watchers that I see really don't. And yeah, I get it. Some people, some people curse and the fuck you. Some people are silent and do whatever. Hey, whatever works for best for them. Hey, yeah, the cursing, this and that can set off a loose cannon sometimes. I get that too. But until you actually do it, and you're out there dealing with the cops, having them come up out of nowhere on you, going to say shit. I can remember roughly 10 years ago, I was right outside of Philly, and I was walking from my friends to go catch a train. And it was cold as shit at the time. Said bye to my buddy. He went his way, I went my way. And about, 30, 40 yards around the corner, cop gets out, starts harassing me. I hadn't even seen him before that. He was asking me, oh, why did you and him separate? He knew his name and all from back in the day. He's like, oh, why did you guys separate? When you saw me, I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I didn't even see it. So he came up behind me and he was just going through some snow slowly. Heard the snow crunching. I said to myself, oh, that's probably a cop. Sure enough, it was. He held me up for about 45 minutes, asking me the stupidest thing. Like most people back then, I gave my ID. I thought it was the law, They didn't teach us too much about civic stuff back in the day, and that was hit and miss. I did probably half my schooling in the city, and as far as elementary, grade school, and high school, I did half in the city and half in the country. Started off in the city, was in the country about half this, from 5th grade to 11th grade, and then back to back to the city area. But yeah, he basically harassed me for about 40 minutes, almost to the point where I was going to miss my train. So from what I understand, I'll know him by face. I can look it up online, but apparently he is the top guy now. I forget if his title is lieutenant, sergeant, whatever it is. But when I get back in town, I'll be camping out at that police station. They're probably running about, I don't know, it's hard to say. At that station, maybe 30 cops. I know the one guy, I remember him when he was real low on the pole, 3 miles the other way. For the top guy, I mean, he was actually cool back in the day. Me and another guy had a parking lot cleaning business. And he pulled into the Kmart parking lot. We had like 5 Kmarts, a bunch of other things. One of them trucks that go around, suck up trash, like you see the township trucks. It was a 79 Ford. It was a professional setup. But anyhow, it was the only Kmart that had parking curbs, cement things. We had a thing called a gutter broom. It come down. Also, we're going up and down, and he sees the door open some. Sometimes it was easier to open the door a little, and he sees us driving around in circles and all. And he's like, oh, I've never seen anything like that. You got to keep in mind, I mean, this was like 80, 86, 87. But apparently he's top guy now. And someone I called the cops on an altercation at work. And he ended up being like the top guy talking to him. But never had any issues in this township. No cop is perfect, obviously. Just like none of us are perfect. But when people just flat out do stuff, attack, and ask questions later, that doesn't fly with a lot of people. That doesn't fly with me at all. I always like Johnny 5-0 many different ways, but one of my favorite things, the cop comes up to him nice, talks to him nice, he'll give him the time of day. He'll treat him with the same respect the guy's giving him. When a guy comes up acting like an asshole right out of the bat, whether he's ignoring him and just talking to somebody online, or the guy next to him and blows him off, where the guy's screaming and he de-escalates, like he said, talking in a lower voice. I love it. That's why I try to take every favorite thing from every auditor or cop watcher I see out there and then try to do my own thing. And I'm not going to be perfect. I guarantee I'll have critics and trolls and all that good stuff. That's fine. Okay, I got one watcher. I don't know. Hey, is that you, Mark? Did you come back in? Whoever it is, it's roughly a little less than an hour before sunrise. About any of these side streets is roughly 50 yards to the beach. Another, that depends where you are, 20 to 60 yards to the water. Like literally, that's a stop sign. And he just made a left there. If he would have went straight, see, I don't think you can go straight up. I can't see too good over there. Yeah, it's hard to tell from here. But some of the spots you can drive in, usually they're lit up and all. But that's the beach right there. I want to catch a sunrise. But I would think between like 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning, motorcycles are going to come out of the woodwork. We got a high of 59 degrees down here today. And it's going to be beautiful the next 9 days. I think there was one day possibility of rain during the week. Look at that, stuck in. Look at that, stuck on number 9. That's weird as shit. Look at that. None of these, like, you know what? I wonder if they timed them out something to do with the motorcycling. That's possible. But even that one, it could be the cold and the wind. 9 seconds, do not walk. Shit, I can just keep walking back and forth. Hey, what's up, yellow-eyed canine? Yeah. Daytona Beach, Florida. I'll definitely get the sunrise coming up the East Coast, the Atlantic side, Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm not much of a morning person, so I'm not usually up at this time. But yeah, I've been streaming since about 5:30, so I'm coming up on 12 hours of streaming. And I'm running my streams like 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes, and then just starting another one. And every stream but the past 2 or 3 was through my front camera. And because I didn't know how to swap it out. I'm not even sure how to do it now. I have to run through the steps. I've been learning a lot of cool stuff. If anyone needs StreamYards, I highly recommend it. I'm doing this off my cell phone right now. I'll stand still. But it's pretty dark out. And well, that's the phone itself. But as far as the StreamYards and the speed they're doing it and all, I am really happy. There was only a couple spots down the one side street. And I noticed, I forget if it was Mark or another guy. I think it was a guy in Jacksonville, Jay Johnson. He pointed out, I mean, there were so many people down here. It was probably overloading the towers. But it's amazing. I mean, I'm really happy with the streaming service. And within 3 to 5 minutes, you're on doing it through my phone. And see, I'm actually just a ways north in Midwest Georgia. Yeah, you guys, you can have similar or hotter weather than Florida. Or next thing you know, you guys are dropping way down there. Midwest Georgia. I know Peachy Rider. She's up there in Georgia somewhere. I forget if she's up near Atlanta, but or not far from Atlanta. I was one of her first subscribers, and I believe it was her very first video when she went out and went to get a gun permit application and all. And the guy grabbed her. If you have a chance to go to Peachy Rider, all one word. If you're not familiar with their stuff, and check out, I don't know, it's one or first or second or third video. And she's up in the Georgia area. She'd totally be into the bike week. Yeah, she was one of the first 5-10 people jumped in my stream earlier. She's like, "Oh, hey, I'm Jelly." It's just because all the motorcycles. She's totally a bike woman. Yeah, it's 5:21 in the morning. Now I'm going to aim it at this building. You cannot see one star in the sky. That sky is blacker than black. And it actually, it's automatically adding light. I'm really happy with this phone. It's 130 bucks. It's the Motorola I don't know if it's the Moto. I think it's Motorola Moto 7 Optima, and then there's one other word after it. But 130 bucks. I have not changed one setting on here, all the default settings, and it's amazing. I do have a Moto Super 5 that I got off of MCW Joker. He had it for like a week while his iPhone manufacturer thing was in the shop and all. He hooked me up fat. At the time, they were like 130 bucks. He wouldn't take more than 30 bucks for it. Used it for a week. It's an awesome thing. It is a Cricket phone, and I don't have Cricket service, but I do see they have data plans only, where you don't even have to have the phone. I want to see their unlimited thing, because I don't want to see the speeds get slowed down, because that may affect, my streaming. So that could be a big factor. You've got some intermittent harsh wind sounds, but otherwise good quality. Yeah, the wind's been going 15 to 25 miles an hour. I'm going to I'll cut my phone or my hand, over. I'm also charging it while I'm walking, but I'm trying to cup the wind, but at the same time not block the microphone. Hey, what's up, Emerald Isle? I appreciate you coming in. I'm Daytona Beach, Florida, probably about 45 minutes before sunrise. We've got about 9-10 other videos up. Most of them have loud motorcycles and dancing beautiful women, and reminds me of the go-go dancing booths you would see on TV in like the 60s and 70s, early 70s, before people related to go-go dancing as like a stripping dancing. But it was pretty cool. A lot of beautiful motorcycles, man. I got a lot of good video. If you're into the motorcycle thing, man, this store must be open all the time. These 3 for $10 shirts, that must be because of the slow time of the year, or they're really cheap. What's that? Souvenir City. All right, let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, there's actually they do more of the hotel thing here. I know there's out by the Daytona Beach racetrack, which is about 3 or 4 miles from where I'm at right now. And they actually have good spots, single spots for $10 a night. You just show up. It's not reservations, first come, first serve. But once you're there, you have 24 hours. When you're there, you get the spot. You can do it again. Now, I don't know if they limit it to a month or what it is, but that's cheap. That's just for a basic tent. But it was, I don't know the Celsius conversion. You could Google it, but right now it's like 52 degrees, but the winds are like 15 to 25 mile an hour, spraying a little bit of sand and grit on me. And yesterday was 72 degrees, the day before 88, 84. Now we're looking at a week between 59 degrees and 70 degrees for the next 9 days. So whatever, figure 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, the conversion to Celsius. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the bikers will between like 7, I'd say between 7 and 9:30, they'll be all coming out, except for the people that went way overboard on the drinking. But I think that's why I was surprised, 12:30, quarter of one, a lot of the motorcycles all started clearing out, and doing their thing. Who knows? Some of them just got into town today. It was first day. Okay, this is Atlantic Avenue, which is Route A1A for you guys. That's International Speedway Boulevard. And that used to be called Volusia Avenue when I lived down here 35 years ago. But yeah, the airport. In fact, Daytona Beach, the racetrack, the 500. That's where they just had the Daytona 500. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Probably saw in the news. Trump came and his entourage and did a lap in the black caddy. I forget what they called the Beast. That real heavy duty, bulletproof, kick-ass Secret Service type vehicles. But there was a really bad crash. I forget who crashed. It was the very last lap. And the guy ended up in the hospital. It wasn't Jimmy Johnson. I can't think of who it was offhand. So, but this is where the entrance to the beach is. You can literally come up and drive on the beach. I don't know if they have that in Ireland or not. But you come up, you can make a right at nighttime. You can't make a left. And you have to go up about 1.5 miles on the left because is this guy turning around? Yeah, I was going to say, if he ain't making a left on the beach, I'll get him busted. But so they had 2 people get killed over like 25, 30 years. People that were parked their cars and someone went and laid their beach towel behind the car and the person backed up and one person got killed. The other person might have got killed. I know they were hurt bad, at least. But so they stopped the night drive, and apparently it looks like only 1.5 miles of the beach. So it used to be really cool to be able to drive your car down at night, park it there. If it was nice enough, roll down the windows. And roll down the windows, whether you're by yourself or a significant other, and just enjoy food or whatever your thing is. Shit, back in the 80s, before like 85, I'm not condoning drinking and driving, but that was back in the day in the 80s. The cops came, they took your beer, they took your weed or whatever. Half the time the beer went to their families. But in fact, I remember a guy coming in school back in 1981. He's bitching up a storm. I'm like, well, what happened? He said a cop pulled him over. He made the mistake. He had a 1/4 pound of weed on his back seat. So what happened? How come you're not in jail? And he's like, the mother effer put the 1/4 pound on the hood of my car, and he made me drive away. Because I went back 10 minutes later. I was lucky to get a 1/4 ounce off the road. And shit got run all over and blown all over. I'm like, dude, you could have went to jail, so look at it that way. But I get it. So I'll, as soon as the sun comes up, I'll go there. You probably can hear the waves. There's just not a lot of people here. I don't want to box myself in the corner. I mean, I have no qualms trying to protect myself if I have to. No shuttering on the windows. That's not very bright. No shuttering. No shuttering on the windows. That's not. Oh yeah, you're right. Here's a bar. Yeah, with all the stuff they usually shutter them when they're calling for hurricanes and all. But you think they would have some kind of roll down, like a bar like this, right up on the beach, prime real estate. You would think they would have some kind of metal shutters coming down instead of having to temporarily board. Actually, I don't know. There might be a board. Is that a board in the center? Yeah, see that board in the center there? I think what happens is they wait till the hurricane comes. That's what it is. And see how the board is on this pillar. So what they do is they run the plywood right across. But yeah, I get it. So here's I'm gonna go so far. I mean, people walk down on the beach and I'll just oh shit, the sand's spraying in my face. Holy shit. Yeah, I gotta wait. I don't see how they can do it. I got a hat on and a hoodie. Shit. Sorry guys, I got sand in my eyes. Shit, I gotta move from this spot. Oh my god. Damn. Whew. Yeah, hopefully the wind will slow down a little bit. If not, I'll just throw on my sunglasses to block most of it, but spraying sand in my eyes and up my nose. Whew, tasted it. Oh god. I'll rub my eyes, they're starting to tear. Woo, baby. Well, shit, I literally have, I got so much sand on my phone. Hopefully I don't like kick the stream off. It's sticking to the stream from the moisture, I guess blowing off the ocean. Not hurricane season, so they ain't that worried. That's true, yellow-eyed K9. That starts kicking in the end of August, beginning of September. My brother got real fortunate a few years ago. A lot of the neighbors' trees went down on the houses and the streets, all that. They had to leave for like 5-6 days. I forget if that was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. The last really, really big one where I don't think it was a mandatory evacuation, but they were talking about it. Yo, what's up, Joe Cool? I'm still going since 12 hours ago, man. I only took about a 15-minute break. And I'm going to be catching the sunrise. I'm just checking. Hey, what's up? Fur Honorable? Hey, yo, F the police. I see that. How's it going? First bike of the day. Yeah, there's not too many right now. 10:25 a.m. here, Emerald Island. Oh, yeah, I guess it would be. So 10:25. So, well, now it's 10:33 probably. So, yeah, you guys got 5 hours on us. Let's see. Well, technically, it's the first bike you saw of the day, but they were still coming about 4 hours ago. I got a bunch of videos up, a lot of awesome bikes. Let's see. Okay, I got to catch up a little bit. Okay, I'm at the 519 mark. Georgia. Yeah, she's more urban than me. I'm closer to the Bama line. Yeah, peachy is a peach. You got some intermittent harsh wind sounds, but otherwise good video quality. Yeah, I'm trying to block that. It's hard. It's coming from a lot of directions. Let's see, they'll be waking up soon. I'm almost caught up on the chat, people. Shaman hurricane season. Oops. Well, with a bunch of bikers on the piss, bottles fly at times. I'm not completely sure what you mean, Emerald Island. Well, with a bunch of bikers on the piss, bottles fly at times. On the piss, does that mean they're peeing a lot because they drink a lot? Bottles fly at times. Yeah, Joe Cole. I sat down for like 5 minutes. The top of my legs are hurting a little. So I decided I'm going to go till maybe 11 o'clock. It's probably going to be more like 1, 2, maybe as late as 3 o'clock before I leave. And then I won't do anything Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And back to the shutters, windows. Blow me, baby. Ha 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 ha. That's your slogan. I forget who did the video. I don't know if you caught it, Joe Cool. I'm thinking it was like 4 days to a week ago. And it was Pugface. And it was like a definition thing he did. I don't know if he added it to Wikipedia or something, but it was for Blow Me Baby. And it had you as like part of the definition somehow. If you haven't seen it, you probably heard about it, but ask Pugface about it if you haven't seen it. It was pretty funny. I'll have to check it out again. I kind of watched it when I was in a hurry. Drunk bikers tossing bottles at those on Shutter. Oh, yeah, that's true. Salute to Quebec. Is it cold? Not really. For Florida, it's a little chilly. Right now, it is 5:36 a.m. It's East Coast. I'm not sure, what time zone Quebec's in, but it was supposed to go to 46, but I think it's only like 51, 52, 53 now. But the winds are like 15 to 25-mile-an-hour winds, and the humidity, it feels like it's really, really low. And I just brought a hoodie. I almost wore shorts. That would have been insane. I wear shorts down to, I don't know, 25 to 40 degrees. But if I was in Chicago where Joe Cool is most of the time, or right now, my legs be cold. This wind is not stopping. I hope it eases up. Urban Dictionary. That's what it's called, Urban Dictionary. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. I'll check it out on his thing, and then I'll go to Urban Dictionary. We'll have to come up with a good one. You might hear about it since, I'm mentioning it now, but we'll have to come up with something for Pugface. Shit, get one in there for each cop watcher and one for each auditor. Just so it's not, trashing them. Even if it's an auditor or cop watcher, particularly like, it would be a cool thing. If it was some kind of a joke reference, but it wasn't demeaning. Like I said, I kind of read it in a hurry, but I was laughing and like running out the door at the same time. So yeah, I really like Pugface. I've been following since I started, but I only watched so many videos in the beginning. I've been watching more recently. I caught him his last night when he gave that woman $20, the one that was inside the McDonald's or whatever that was, and the cops were talking to her for a while. But yeah, he's got a good heart. And I like the way he handles trolls, does his own thing. And yeah, it was cool. I didn't know he played the guitar the other night, too. That was pretty cool to watch him playing the guitar through the night. I caught about 2 hours of that when I woke up in the middle of the night. 20s in Chicago. How's it? Is it pretty windy right now? Yeah, 20s in Chicago. I'm surprised, actually, it's not colder than that, Joe, to be honest. 20s. Was it like 2-3 days ago? Was it like in the 40s? There we go. We had like an 80, like 4 days in a row, kind of warm. I think it was like 77, 80, 84, and then 88, and then boom. It's 72 yesterday, 60 today. So actually, it's going to be like 59 to 70 for the next 10 days. And that's nice because bike week, you never know. One year it was like 83, humid as hell. 3-4 days I couldn't take it. And I'd rather be slightly cold than slightly warm. That's just me. Everyone's got their preference. Yeah, there ain't much happening here. I know I'm going to go there now because I'm still looking across the bridge. It was about, I think it was like 15 to 20 cop Harleys. And it looked like a smaller depot for Daytona. I know they got a 2 or 3 story branch over by the racetrack, but if I go over there now, it looks like it's right where the business district, and it's kind of rural. I always thought it was a house. I started filming a motorcycle, going back and forth, and I thought, I don't know if it's a cop in the park. I'll have to look at the video later. It wasn't a big deal. But being solo, I just don't want to go poke the bear right now. To be honest, unless it's an undercover, I haven't seen a cop in hours, which shocks me. I don't know. I don't know where the section where shit happens, a little more. I've lived down here 35 years. I actually lived in Port Orange, which is the next town down, and South Daytona and Edgewater, Florida. A couple places over the course of a year. But yeah, Joe, I'd mentioned to Disorderly Product News. Oh, sorry, yeah. I thought that was a guy. It was the window. Disorderly Product News. Sometime maybe between, I'm not sure, from January, February, which is kind of like not a good time to come to Chicago, but maybe September, October, November. I might be interested in coming through Chicago, spending 2-3 days and hanging out and going out with you guys if you're in town and Disorderly Product News. I like his style. Audited in Chicago. He took off to Cali. I would like to hit Cali, but that might not materialize to another till next spring. Hey, Lucifer. Yeah, sorry about that. It's nothing but wind. I'm trying to block it. I'm going to try to block it without putting my hand in front of it. It's just nonstop. I got a hoodie on. It's maybe 52 degrees. The air feels kind of dry. I'm blowing a lot of grit and sand. I'm trying to dodge it out of my eyes with my baseball cap. Appreciate you stopping by, though. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll be live streaming for roughly another 7-8 hours, maybe 9 hours. Kind of pulling a marathon, so it's like roughly 20 hours. I was gonna come down Friday, turn around, come back down Saturday. I'm staying roughly 20 miles from here right now, but I was like, what the hell? I'll go ahead and pull an all-nighter. I don't know what to expect. And then I'm going to take off Saturday night, I'll come down Sunday or Monday, and then I'll be doing it again Tuesday through Saturday. And probably coming down Sunday. I will be with some family and friends. So I'm not going to film then. I mean, if I see something go down, I already told them, hey, I'm going to whip out the camera. But, I won't. I mean, I can still have the camera walk around. I just don't want to, when it comes to family or friends, I'm kind of very protective of that kind of stuff, because of the crazy stalkers and trolls and all that. Yeah, it is a long audit. I only technically had 2 other audits in. I went out, well, it's actually one. Two different videos I put up out of 7 or 8 that I took. I went out with last September. Jeff is here audits. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, I can tell I'm getting a little tired. I went out with MCW Joker and his son Tempe Against Police Violence and Phoenix Cop Watch. 3 really good people. Had a good time. That was my video. I only had 2 other videos, so I'm kind of new to doing this. I'm not worried about the cops and stuff, this and that. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I did a lot of stuff on the streets over the years, mostly legal, but around a lot of different country cops, mountain cops, city cops, and I don't even know if he's alive now. But my stepdad had passed last July, but his cousin was actually the head, I don't know what they call him, but the head trooper for Florida. In fact, back in the end of '88, after my sister died, I hadn't seen him since I was a little kid. I didn't even remember him. But I was in my 20s, and I went down there, and it was we were down near, it wasn't far from West Palm Beach, and in that area, but it was the last year, the guy who owned the National Enquirer, every year he would chop down a tree. And in fact, the tree that came in, a Christmas tree, it was so tall, they cut it in 3 sections. It had like 6-foot cables holding it. They put the 3 sections back together. Anyhow, he would do security 6 weeks of the year for the guy who owned the National Enquirer. But now I haven't seen him since '89. But like I've said to other people, I don't have a problem with cops. I have a problem with corrupt cops or cops that are just abusing their power. And, I'm still new at this. I'm still learning a lot. The more I learn, it's the old thing. More I learn, the more I realize, the less I know type deal. But I'm going to make mistakes like everybody else. It is what it is. But I'm looking forward to going out with more auditors and cop watchers over time. In fact, Port Dirt Farmer says he comes into Daytona every year. I'm not sure. Oh, the other guy, I was trying to think of his name. I think it's My Eye on You or Eye on You. He went out to that chalk wall, Rockwall, Texas thing and all. And I just found his channel recently. He said something about coming up. So it'd be cool if a couple of us could get together. But I might go into some of the other people in Florida and hit them up again and say, hey, you guys coming into town? If you don't mind me asking, where are you at? Oh, you're in Australia. It's 9:43 p.m. Saturday night. Wow. Yeah, it's only 5:46 a.m. So you guys are 43. So what's that? 12, 16 hours ahead. So I didn't realize Ireland and Australia were that far apart, but you know how it is when you kind of pay attention to your side of the world first and branch out. I love learning about different things in the world, but damn, you guys are far. Let's see, catch up on some of these comments. Not a whole lot, but those little Jack Russells are dynamite. My mixed breed is getting old these days. Slower is okay. So I'm getting older and slower too. So I gotta go a while, get some morning chores done. Oops. But I will try to pop in for a sunrise if I get the chance. Have a great day, folks. Yeah, that's cool. Expecting the sunrise, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. I don't know. I forget the time. I know when it sets. Let's see. My lads, Emerald Isle says, haha, my lad, 7-year-old, have him since he was 5 weeks old. By right, he should have been with the mother for about 4 weeks more. At that age, he thinks he's human. Yeah, some animals are awesome. My stepmom's dogs. Yes. Oh, I couldn't tell you. I haven't lived in this area in 35 years. I just came into the area. If you have a cell phone, just Google Dollar General Daytona. It should pop them up. All right. Sorry, man. I couldn't help you. Yeah, he's looking for the Dollar General. See, had that age, he thinks he's human. But yeah, they're Australian healers or Australian something healer, blue tip healer. But man, for a while, I had to break them with a habit because they weren't allowed on the bed, and I would sleep with the door cracked open. Just to keep, I like the air moving a little bit, through the room and all. And they'd sneak in there in the middle of the night. I wake up and the one will be all like pressed up in the paws, comfortable in my back, and one will be laying on my feet. Yeah, I love animals. I had mostly cats when I was growing up, but 2 months of the year I'd be allergic to them where I couldn't pick them up and pet them. And I had a couple cats that get all bent out of shape and trying to be hopping up on me, and I just couldn't handle them. Love animals. Traffic's starting to pick up a little too. Back down to 3. Keep trying to block this wind thing. I got to see what's available out there. Might already be on the market, but I guess about 4 or 5 months ago, I seen Furry Potato one day doing, some audits and cop watching type stuff, mostly audit type thing, buildings. You know what she does, Furry Potato. And I saw the wind, and it kept whipping in and cutting her off and all. And I saw some different things she was wearing, and their camera equipment, all that. Kind of came up with an idea, but you know how it is. There could be 20 other people, could already be on the market. But I don't know what's available as far as wind blockers. I don't even know what they're called. I'll have to research it a little. You know what? Is that starting to lighten up a little? No, not too much. I'm going to go up. I'm going to go ahead and go up towards the beach, to the entrance. See if I can find a bench to sit on. See, we are always in front. We hear something daylight and moonlight first. Oh, daylight. We get daylight and moonlight first. Like one of our prime ministers said, we live at the ass end of the world. That's pretty funny. Must be. I wonder. I'll have to actually look up the longitude and latitude and all that. I know you guys are far, but I don't know how you sit compared to the United States and, where I'm at now. I'm either in Florida, just southeast, Pennsylvania, which is northeast. It's not in the New England states. It's kind of more towards the top of the map. And then Phoenix, Arizona. That's the lower left of the map. One area I've never made it to was like Seattle, Washington, Oregon. I'd really like to go there sometime. Man, that wind is just brutal. I'm not sure what all that light is up there. It's probably for security. Keeping something lit up. Man, I got sand and particles all over this phone. I can't believe how filthy it's getting. I gotta make sure the charging port. I got the charger in now, but man, it's bad. Let's see what my charger's up to here. Oh, bear with me. I got to turn my phone sideways. All right, 56%. So it came up 14%. I got another full battery pack. Yeah, Aussie healers. Yeah, that's what they are. I forget if that's the thing that's blue tipped. I wonder if that's a beach patrol there. I'm not sure. It might be a regular cop. Probably wondering what I'm doing down here by myself. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I pay attention a little bit. All right, let me back up the chat a little bit. I'm caught up on that. So yeah, you know what? That might be the entrance to the boardwalk. If he makes a left. Oh yeah, it must be boardwalk patrol. Either that or the businesses have access. I'm gonna go see if I don't think there's any rules that you can't be on the boardwalk, but I don't know. If there is, you would think there'd be a sign. There's no sign. That means I can do anything I want. Kidding, of course. Yeah. Sand and grit is something else. It's actually not too bad in this one little cove. Hey, Emerald Isle. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. And check out more of my streams if you'd like. Yeah, now see, it's not gated or signed. I'm guessing that's beach patrol. I better keep my hands out of my pockets. I think you're allowed to walk on the beach at night. Oh man, that grit. There's a little cross bridge that's there. I'm trying to be a little daring here. Here's the sand. Try not to get blasted with the sand. Wow, looks like low tide. It is low tide. Well, it's hard to tell from here, but I believe it's low tide. I don't know how well you can see that water there. See how it's, here's the rail. There's okay, I got two people in here. Fluffies or Windsocks they're called. I'm allergic to my pure white cat, but never would I get rid of her. Yeah, I had a cat for 14 years. I felt the same way. I swear he was part human. All right, I'm going to go up top here, check out the observation thing. Damn. This wind is something. Oh. I was going to shoot down the boardwalk. It was literally blowing in my face. He came around the corner and stopped. I'm not worried about him. That wind is literally coming right at me. My face will need sand grit to be blowing in my eyes and reaching up and grabbing and blocking the shit. Reaching for something. let's see. Getting nice out there. Starting to be a little bit of a sky today. Oh, God. About 10 more minutes to shift back. I got to get out of this wind. I'm blocking this wind as best as I can. I'd say a couple of PLSNE flight away, long one that is. Plane flight away. I'm not sure what you're saying on that one, Lisa Fear. With the healers, they're blue or brown. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I said they were black. The girl is actually black, but it looks like a blue hue to her. And I don't have the greatest eyesight anymore. And the boy is more solid with no white. The girl's like 3 years old, the boy's 2 years old. But yeah, I'll have to do a short video, or maybe when I have a talk thing, do a panel. I'll throw them up there. I got a really cool picture of the male last year, and I called his name. My camera had like about 3-second delay. When you hit on it, the butt was kind of worn and there's a delay. And there's security again, probably checking me out. But or it could be a cop. I can't make it out. But I called his name, and he turned towards me. One eye looked like glow-in-the-dark green, and one looked like a glow-in-the-dark blue. And it just looks really cool. It just happened to be the way it flashed. I caught the right angle. Man, there's no relief on this wind. Don't matter where you go. Like, look at these palm trees. You can get a good idea up there. That's only about 10, 20. They're ranging in heights from like 25 to 30 feet. But that wind is a lot more than it even is where I am. It's just whipping. Hey, what's up, Hi Malone? So that wind is worse down there. Yeah, see when I'm see the angle? You're gonna hear it worse in the phone because of the angle I'm going. I gotta turn this way to block the wind. Pretty much face in this direction, but as soon as I start coming around, the microphone's towards the bottom of the phone itself. I gotta check out one of those things you said, a fluffy or the sock thing. They do become human, cats do. Yeah, got a really cool story. When I was like 14, I had my cat probably, I'm going to say maybe, I don't know, maybe like 8 years at that point. So the cat was about 8 years old. And I have a brother and a sister who are twins. Yeah, they're 12 years younger. And I was working on my car. 14 going on 15, and I'm under the hood of the car. There's a big orange tabby cat. I don't know if you're familiar with the 70s cat. And it might have been a different cat before, but Morris the cat. It was a big orange tabby cat, anyhow. And so the cat started coming up, and it was crying and screaming and screeching, and I thought it was hurt. And every time I walked from under the hood of the car, walk towards the cat would run away. I go under the hood of the car and come back. So I started following the cat to the end of the driveway, and it was all dirt roads in the country, across between the mountains and the country. The cat screaming and screaming. And there's my brother. He snuck out the door. He's down on the dirt. It's all dirt, clay roads, but he's literally out of my sight. He might have been like 30, 40 yards. And cat's crying. I go over there. Here my brother's maybe like only a foot or two up in the tree. And he's reaching up and he's pulling down a little light green fluorescent snake. I'm not sure what color it was. It was probably about 16 inches long and maybe 3/8 of an inch wide. And he's carrying it, but it was the fact that he was like climbing. It was only like 3-4 inch tree and he was barely up it. But there he is in his diaper. And that cat knew something was wrong. It would not stop freaking out. So I went and got him. And that is he was like part of our family. And I moved to the city when I was back in the city when I was 17. And like a year, my mom said, my cat, my cat Butch, it's like, well, like every weekend or every other weekend, he just come jump through the air onto me. But yeah, they can be like dogs. Something in this car I want to face to my right. It's either a cop or security. Say, Lisa Fair, just subscribe, appreciate it. If you do the same for me, we'll be getting close to 1,000 so we can live stream. Hey, Charles E. Stetcher, I'm not at 1,000 myself. I had 882 subscribers when I checked earlier tonight. I'm actually using StreamYards on a cell phone right now. At night, well, it's actually 6 in the morning, so the sun's going to be coming up. I've been live streaming probably about 12 videos, 10, 12 videos. And check them out. And, it's a basic phone. But, yeah, StreamYards, there's different streaming apps. I was on within 4 to 5 minutes. And it tells you to use a laptop or desktop and, to do it and host your panels. And I kind of learn what I learn as I go. And so anyhow, long story short, I went and did it, I hooked it up, and then it said use your laptop or desktop. I just clicked that little icon that's on your pages. It's not just StreamYard, but where it drops down, it says browser, desktop, might say delete and other things. So I went ahead and I clicked the desktop, and it went boom, and I went to that. No problem live streaming whatsoever. So it's an awesome app. Definitely check it out. If you need any advice on the StreamYard thing, feel free to get in touch with me. Like I said, 3-4 minutes I went through it. It's called StreamYard. Now it's Streamlabs, different thing. I had issues trying to put it on my account, but that's something to do with how it reads on YouTube. Probably could get it, but it's 20 hours free of actual streaming. If you want to do unlimited streaming, which I'm not at that point yet, but it's $25 a month. And if you look in the upper right thing, it says StreamYard. Well, when you pay for the one that's more, they don't put the StreamYard thing there. You can put your own logo and different things. But like I said, I can't be happy enough, more happy with StreamYards than I am. Charles, if I'm not signed up to you, I will sub you later. Wipe the sand off here. I want to cross the street. Oh, you know what? No, see that I think that's that car that was sitting over there. I think that's either undercover or security or whatever. I don't blame him. No, I'm just out here filming on the thing. He's not doing anything. I don't have an issue with it. No, actually, they pulled off. See, I'm not sure. I think that was the vehicle that was sitting behind me, but it could be a shop owner, could be extra security with Bike Week. But it is what it is. I don't mind a cop coming up to me, asking me, hey, what's up? Or something short and sweet. And walk away, everybody's happy, in a perfect world. If not, I take it situation by situation. The wind eased up a little bit, not much. So it's 6:05. I don't want to go too far from the spot. I know there's another entrance down a little ways. Actually, I think I will shoot up there. There was less wind on that tunnel, but it didn't have the observation thing. I'll just hang tight for a little bit. Traffic's starting to pick up a little bit. Let's see if I can go to this little cove. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. I actually feel warm. I cut 90% of the wind down. Yeah, somebody popped in and out. I don't blame them. Not too much going on right now. Now this stream, I'm probably going to let go. I'm Probably let it go closer to 2 hours, only because the sun will be coming up. We go in an hour and 5 minutes. I said like an hour. You know, I didn't really look it up. I was guesstimating. I thought it was around 6, but I think it's more like 6:30. But you can't see a star in the sky. Not one. Well, there's not one for the rain or anything, but it's Florida. You get clouds passing through. See, I'll give it a try, but the thing is, I don't have a laptop or desktop computer, but I'll see what I can do with my phone. Hey, Charles, I have a laptop. I haven't used that in 3 years. It's actually not with me here. It's up in Pennsylvania, or a desktop. He says, see what you do with your phone. All you do is go to your phone. It has to be, if it's an Android, I'm on an Android phone. I'm not sure with the iOS or whatever you call it, you know, the Apple stuff. But I know it did say you have to be 8.0 or above, which most of them are. I tried it on a phone on Streamlabs that did hook up before back in August or September. That was on a 6.0 phone, but it was choppy. This particular one's a 9.0. I forget what it's called, 9.0 something. Not Firefox, whatever it's called. But yeah, like I said, I'm on a phone. I can tell you the phone is actually a Motorola Moto G7 Optima. And there's one more word after the Optima. There's an Optima and then an Optima something else. $130 phone. Most I ever spent on a phone. It's 3 gigabyte RAM as far as the processor. They had one for $30 less. That was only 2 gig, but I figured 30 extra bucks for another gig of RAM. And the storage is 32 gig. And I only have about, with the apps they give me and a few things I put, it ties up almost half of that. So, but like I said, you click on a walkthrough, and then as you're going to broadcast, it'll say you have to be on desktop or laptop or something. And you just click the box in the upper right. It's got those 3 or 4 little lines through it. It'll pop up. It'll say Chrome, desktop, and a bunch of other things. I click on desktop, boom. Then I'm on there. Then you got to click your picture. There's a bunch of, it's just easy steps. But if you have any problems, you know, you could take a wrong turn and get frustrated like anyone else. But if you have any issues, you know, let me know, and then I'll give you an email or whatever. But I started watching the tutorials. Here we go, first flight in the morning. But I started watching tutorials on it, and after doing it, I realized a lot of them tutorials just made it more confusing than just doing it. Yeah, so like a lot of people, until I started August 8th, I think it was. But like a lot of people, I didn't think you could stream, you know, unless you had 1,000 subscribers. Then I saw people doing it with, like there's a guy, Auditron, AUDITRON, and he uses Do Recorder, DU space and then recorder. But I see a lot of stuff pop up on his screen a lot, and he's hitting different things on it. And he was in. I told him about StreamYards. In fact, Jeff is here, Audits, who also goes by NC Tyrant Hunter, brought up a good point for people that do have laptop or computer. That's before I mentioned I'm doing this on the phone, and I'm not using a computer at all. What he could do is do it on his laptop or desktop computer at home. You know, under, I guess you'd have to have 2 names like he does, though. He puts it under one name, and then when he's on the mobile phone, like, you can add people. I'm curious how many people I could add. It's supposed to be 6 people normally, but I'm wondering if my phone could handle it. It probably could. Because it's not, you know, it's streaming. It's not actually putting that information on your phone and slowing your phone down. Trust me, I am not technological at all. I always kid around and say, you want to know something, go ask a 8-year-old to 14-year-old niece and nephew if you want to get it done quick and accurate. Yeah, that's kind of an extreme, but you get the gist of it. Yeah, 6:10 a.m. All right, let me take a peep. I'm starting to feel this guy. As soon as I come around the corner here, you probably can hear the wind pick up. Oh, there we go. I got to start heading more, getting a little bluey. All right, you know, I'm just going to go up here. These crosswalks, the things aren't changing. And I waited 3 lights for the one earlier, but I'm not going to even bother with it. At least I got it filmed in case a cop tries to bust me on it. Wants to give me a ticket for jaywalking. Shows the thing never changing. Oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep track of the lows. I could use one more thin jacket. I just got a hoodie on and a really thin t-shirt. Man, I got all kinds of sand and dust up my nose. Let me see if I got a tissue or something. Yeah. On the garbage can, I'll do that when I need to. Do not enter. I guess I can't drive on the beach right now. That could be because of bike leak, or maybe just that light. Oh, I know what it is. This is the entrance that. Yeah, this is where you can't drive on the beach at night for 1.5 miles up. So the entrance down further to the right. Yeah, they're allowed to come down and hook a right, but they can't hook a left on Daytona Beach. Because back in the 80s, they stopped it. I lived here in 85 and 86, and they were trying to stop it then. And I heard like a year or two later, they did stop it. 2 people got killed. Well, that was over like 20, 25 years. And both of them, it was their own fault because they, the cars were already parked. I mean, it wasn't all their fault, obviously, but the cars were already parked. And they literally put their beach towel right behind the guy's car, right where the wheel was. And, you know, cars didn't have cameras then and all. You should have looked, but one person definitely got killed. The other person, I think, ended up dying. So, but out of all the people that drove at night, laid on the beach, and did everything else, you know, and the shit happens during the day, too. You know, people weren't killed, but people run over people, backing over them, you know, here and there during the day. So, I mean, it is what it is. See, the wind's not too bad here, but I know as soon as I come around the corner, like, look at these palm trees. See all that wind? That's probably like, I would say that's 25 to 35 mile an hour winds right there. Where I'm at, it's maybe 3 to 5 mile an hour winds. I'm not that far away from that spot. If you look, boom. All right, here's my feet. All right, there's my feet. So you're looking at literally 10 feet away. But I'm also right at the corner of the building. Beer, Pepsi, subs, all kind of. So as soon as I come around the corner, let's see if I'm going to get hit with the wind here. Yeah, I can't even. I'll have to do it from here. And then when the sun comes up more, I'll go up on this platform. That actually crosses the tunnel where people drive through. Comes down on the other side. It was low tide. Yeah, here, I'll stand right back here, blocking the wind. And the camera actually makes it look like the sun is up a little further than it is, or a little brighter, but that's fine. I'm Android myself. I've got 25 gig, I think. Yeah, usually they go like 8, 16, 32, 64. Unless the 25 gig, I don't know if you mean 25 gig far as that's, the storage on your phone, or is 25 gig what your cell phone plan allows you per month? Like, because I do a prepaid thing. I totally get into, I've been doing total wireless for 3 years. And TracFone actually owns Total Wireless, which was originally sold just at Walmart. Now you can get it at Target. And Walmart has a family. It's called like Family something, Family Wireless, Track Phone, Straight Talk. They're all owned by the same company. They just do sister corporations, save taxes. Now, Cricket, their prepaid thing, they use AT&T. Total Wireless, they use Verizon. Straight Talk, they use all four towers, the AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, and T-Mobile, and just grabs to the closest tower. But this plan, it's awesome, and it gets better and better all the time. Like, it's roughly $28 US for unlimited talk, text, and now they just started giving you 1 gig of data with that for free. If you spend $11 more US, plus the taxes, it's roughly $37.50, $38 ballpark. You get for new customers for 10 days or 90 days, 3 months, they give you 10 gig. But normally it's either 5 or 6 gig. I think it's up to 6 gig for that $10, $11. Like for me, since I'm already a customer. I'm not trying to talk you into another cell phone plan, but what I did for this one, I spent it was 50 plus the tax, roughly $55 US. I get 25 gig, and out of that 25 gig, I'm allowed to hotspot to my other, to another device, 10 gig of that. Some of these companies don't allow you to do that. Like Cricket has a thing, and I'm not sure who else. But whether you do it to computer or your other phone, they call it tethering, and the hotspot thing. But they don't allow that. But I'm gonna check the comments. I'm sorry. Let's see. Holy crap! Hold on. I don't want to cut you guys off, but I have like grit all over. I've never had a phone still charging this. Oh shit! All right, I gotta pull out my other charger pack. Let me see if I can get a little more out of it. I got 2 charger packs and another fully charged phone, and I can hotspot 10 gigs. I'll be fine. All right, I don't think there's much left in this battery pack. I'll swap it out. I'll swap it out after this video. Let's see. Yeah, that's the key. An 8 or 9-year-old, they have more knowledge of this stuff than anybody. Yeah, that's true. I have a friend. She teaches. This is her last year, I believe. She's been teaching, I don't know, I think 17, 18 years. And the computers. And one of her sons, I think when he was in first grade, he said they were the first year that computers were mandatory, like the early 90s. And she teaches kindergarten through like 5th grade usually. 3rd grade, 4th, 5th, it all depends. It's a little different every year. But yeah, the kids know a lot, and they're always trying to sneak on the different sites, and there's programs that show the teachers every window what kids on what computer. And as the kids get up into the high school years, I'm sure they have programs where they can go on something and it looks like they're watching something else. Every generation comes up with another way to try to fake out the teacher somehow. Let's see. Cop Stop Audits. This is my Gmail address. Charles E. Stetcher at gmail.com. So when you get the chance, send me a Gmail. I've had my phone about 3 years, and now I just realized about YouTube channels. It says, is Jody your dad, Charles? He had an amazing voice he has, and so does the lady. But yeah, you've had your phone for about 3 years. Now, depending on the phone itself, the operating system, you can check with StreamYards. I know Streamlabs was 6.0. I believe StreamYards is the same, 8.0. And like I said, I got this phone a 9.0. And I probably could have got a cheaper model. And it may or may not have worked as good. But like I said, I spent, with taxes, it was almost $139. Basically, yeah, $138, $139. And I probably could have got away with a $99 phone, but I figured that extra gig of RAM, the processor trying to push the information and all faster. You know, it was worth the extra $30 for that extra gig of, you know, RAM. And then when it comes to streaming, the storage isn't as crucial. You know, more videos you have stored on your phone, more pictures you have on your phone, or apps you're not using, then yeah, if you've used up almost all your space, it can slow down some functions. All right, I'm going to go up top of this walkway here, and then I'm going to loop around and come right back because the wind's just too brutal. But I just want to get a couple ocean shots in right now. Okay, here we go. I'll try to block the wind as best as I can. It's a little hard without blocking the screen. All right, I'm going to try it. But yeah, I'll definitely email you, Charles. Or if you want to email me first, and then I'll remember your name, and I'll check it out. But if you want to just maybe give me, you don't have to give me serial numbers or anything, but just the model of your phone. You know, the name of it, any information as far as like just the brand name and the model name. Like this is called the Motorola Moto G7 Optima. Has one other name to it. And each one, and then I can look it up and see what the specs are. I don't even mind checking out, you know, the StreamYard thing for you. But being 3 years old, I have a gut feeling I have to upgrade it. My phone was if you look at my videos, I only had 11 before tonight, since August, and I'm walking around like 4 or 5 of them with a ZTE stack. And that was a cheap ass phone, but I was static recording, you know, just recording and loading it into YouTube. Damn, that wind's brutal. Yeah, in fact, water treatment. Sell Valley Forge flags at high quality flags and everything. Started getting online in 2007. And Walmart kind of cut my throat. They would lower the prices of flags and I would pay for them before shipping. I mean, it wasn't a personal attack, it's just what they do. And like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, the U.S. holidays and all, and boom, day after the holiday, they'd be almost double. So I just started online, long story stuff, but look at these flags, they are just not easy. In fact, this pole here, you can see the pole's starting to bend a little. That flag really wrapping around. Those poles are actually holding up pretty decent, to be honest. There you go. Canada, U.S. The U.S. flag is supposed to be slightly higher than all the rest. If you put it in the middle, you're supposed to have it higher than the rest. Normally, it's on the far left. Unless you got, you know, if you have 3 or more, and you want to go to the middle. See, now it's actually an old school color green flag. That is old. The reason I can tell that, if you look at the colors on there, yeah, I'm gonna get out of the wind. And this, you can see the flags. It's just not easing up. This might be better, but that's not much of a view. Here, I'll do this. Now, I don't know if that's any better. I'm blocking it with my body. I'm walking sideways. That might make a difference. If it made it better by putting it in front of my hoodie and turning sideways, put a number 1. If it's still windy and scratchy, I'll go around the corner again and just catch what I can. All right, I got to look for a second. Yeah, low tide. Yeah, I got to come around the corner here. I can get a good thing of the sun coming up, and it won't be so cold in this wind. But yeah, the Greek flag, what I was saying about the Greek flag is all dark blue colors. And there's only been certain countries over the years that actually changed their, there you go. Oh man, I actually got chills from coming out of the wind. Woo. But yeah, it's dark blue. And they went to a lighter blue. I would say about 1/4 lighter of a shade of blue. Maybe even as much as 40% lighter. And still have an old Russian flag from back in '89. It was one of the last ones that Valley Forge Flag Company made. I mean, they're all top quality. Whether we went to the moon or not, like people say we did, that we did, and all that. The flag they used for the moon, that was a Valley Forge flag. The flag that was used on JFK, the U.S. President John F. Kennedy. The flag that draped his coffin, that was a Valley Forge flag. And the flag that flew at the statue for Hiroshima, that was also Valley Forge. So yeah, I used to be totally into the flag and banner thing, and they started coming out with the 4-color processing stuff. When I was stopping on the streets, I was looking and getting into some custom stuff. But life happens. I can see the tides coming up. You can start to see the waves now. So yeah, oh, I'm sure the sound's a lot better now that I'm around the corner. I don't know when I was standing closer to the beach if it was better. I want to wipe the sand. If I accidentally cut anything off, I'll come right back on. Trying to be gentle with it, and it's actually getting a buildup of I don't know what to call it except schmegma. It's just literally the sand from hours and hours and hours, and a little bit of moisture here and there sticking to the screen. I don't think I've ever seen sand this bad blowing around this long. Then again, it's Florida. You never know, but I don't know. Maybe out the Midwest, they probably have storms and a lot of snow coming through. That's usually what happens when it gets real warm for a couple days and then drops in temperature, even though it's Florida. Yeah, you can see the tide picking up. It's coming in pretty fast too. I believe it's from all the not so much the tide level, but the waves. I don't know how well you can see those waves. I'm trying to let me back up a foot, block that wind a little better. Yeah, Emerald Island, you did come back at a good time as far as the sun. I'm going to move over. Let's see. I'm wondering if I come around the other side. I got to pinpoint the sun. It might get a little windy here for a second. I'll try to keep it in front of me. I just want to try to pinpoint where it's coming up. Probably got another 5-10 minutes before 15 maybe before it really picks up. Man, I hope this wind drops today. It's gonna make my day a lot less fun as far as trying to film. Walking sideways. The other side of the road. Sun's behind here there. Starting to come over there. Oh shit. Ahoo! Man, sand right up my nose. Ahoo! Ugh. Accidentally muted the mic there for a minute. Okay, that says V. I'm not sure what the V means. I had to pull the charger cord and charger back off it. That worked out pretty good. I didn't start charging that much until like 10, 11 o'clock after 5-6 hours of recording. 5,000 milliamp battery makes a big difference. Big difference. Yeah, it definitely looks lighter than it is. Like when you look at the skyline, I'm not seeing any of that yellow. I really like how this brightens everything up. Yeah, I guess normally you can see what it says as far as the beach hours or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, this is for the pier. That's why. I was going to say, I don't remember the beach being locked. All right, what do we got? Fishing. Yep. Designated areas only. Hours of fishing, March 16th. So that's around the corner. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. November 1st. All right, 5. Trespassing after hours when gate is closed. Subject to arrest. That's only trespassing if you're on the other side of the gate. Damn, that wind. All right, that's the same sign. I'm going to try coming down on the downside of these steps. Maybe I can block some wind down here. I need that sweet spot. Might find that down over around the corner here. Oh, God. Let's go, man. A wind tunnel over here. Ah, I found a sweet spot. See this, like, see this tunnel? I'm in this little corner here. Oh, there we go. I'm camera into camera. Brutal. Man, those waves are coming in fast. I'll have to hold it up higher. 5 viewers. Daytona Beach, Bike Week, sunrise. It's hard to give you the view I wanted. I wanted to be on top of this platform. But if you can see the palm trees, you got like 20 to 40, 50 mile, well, I don't know, about 50, 20 to 40 mile an hour winds. And a couple seagulls really fighting the wind there, trying to fly into it. Man, they're struggling. It's like they keep coming into the wind and realizing, hey, and they're turning around, getting blown back. Look at them. Wow, it's blowing them all over the place. They can't even fly. I don't know how well you guys are seeing that. You probably see them get blown back. Love nature, man. They're battling. Look at that. That's awesome. Nature at its finest. I'm trying to hold it still and keep the wind out. I got to cup my hand, but as I cup it, I don't want to block the sound. Yeah, I don't know if you guys hit the like button if you have a chance. That'd be cool if you could hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you hadn't. And anybody that's come into my streams that I'm not subbed to yet, I'll definitely sub you over the next few days. I'm thinking the sun's going to come out right behind this building, but I'll get in a little further. I got to walk sideways or have the phone sideways in front of me. I'll do the best I can to aim it, keep the wind off. Yeah, see how the tide's kind of low? It's a lot lower than that, like half hour ago. Oh. I'll give you worse shot. Let's see, I'm trying to block them at the same time. A life of leisure. Look back into recreation world's most famous beach style. Some pictures. I'll try to get that print in there if anybody wants to. As close as I can. I don't know how well it's going to show up. There you go. Man, the wind's blowing me around. I'm 6'4". It's blowing me around like a flagpole. Like I'm a flagpole. I'll just do one of these boards. They got these boards all over. I'll have to read this later. I can make out some of it. I got to watch my eyes with the wind and the grit. It'd be cool to read this later. Yeah, look at those old cars. Shit, they look like 19. It's hard to really get a good look. They look like 1920 to 1930s. Maybe even older. It might be 1910 to 1920. It's hard to make them out. So here's a shot of the whole board. Sorry about that. I was reading the comment and I accidentally hit the button on the side. Let's see. Somebody asked me a question here. Okay. Does your Android have a port for an external microphone? Has one for headphones, but I don't see it. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with it. Are you able to use the same port as you are for the headphones, or it doesn't work that way? I mean, I went to school for 9 months in the early 90s for an heating, ventilation, air conditioner, refrigeration degree. But some of the electronic stuff, I'm limited on. We didn't get into that too much except for the controls and power coming in and out and stuff like that. I can read the schematics on a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I might be able to use. I never thought about that. I'll have to research that, Charles. That's a good question. Because if that's the case, I'd like to get a long range mic and plug it in. But normally, like if you listen to my videos from earlier, it's usually not an issue. The wind's just blowing so bad, so I'm partially covering it to block it with my hand. But at the same time, I got to watch because I'm also cutting down where my voice is traveling. And I'm trying to make a conscious effort to talk more into the microphone while I'm cupping it like that. And trying to give you these wonderful pictures. Oh, I'm going to face into the wind for a second. Some more birds, some seagulls. The wind's easing up a little, but not much. You can tell by looking at the birds. Watch them blow back all of a sudden. See how they're fighting to go? A lot of them are giving up or they're just almost sitting still after a while, and then they give up. Okay, look at this one. Oh, man, I got to look the way. Whew. I don't think I've seen it this continuous, this long in a long time. Let's see. My phone has a port for headphones, but I use Bluetooth, and there's also another. It looks like a port, but I don't know if it's for a microphone or what. Okay, you're writing more. It says all I guess you're writing more. But yeah, if you can, even if you want to do some research as far as your phone, like what those things do, just type in the name of the phone and the model number. Go to Google and type that in, and type in owner's manual or specifications or something like that, and it should show you a picture and diagrams for each one, what each one of those ports do, and that'll have all your specifications also. But if you don't want to get into trying to dig up the specifications and all, you can email me, or I'll email you. It'll be Cop Stop Audits, so you'll as far as the email, and it'll be at Proton Mail, PROTONMAIL, protonmail.com. And so it'll be all capital letters. But if you want to email me, and then the name and model number, I can look into the StreamYard info for you. And if you, on your free time, if you want to look up the different ports, what they're for, and the Bluetooth thing, that's a good idea, because I know I can pair Bluetooth when it shows the hotspot. It also shows for Bluetooth. I'm not sure about sharing my internet connection that way. I'm still learning some of that stuff, and I haven't done it, and I have friends that mess with it. But I bet you could get a good Bluetooth microphone. Hardwired is usually your best, but if you don't have a port for it, I'm sure the regular microphone should work fine for you, except for when it's windy. And another microphone, I notice a lot of these people do have the bigger microphone, and I guess that's what I think it was Lisa that said it. It was either Lisa or somebody else, but it's called the windsock or a fluffy. I've seen some of the auto cop washers have it on there. It looks like a fuzzy mini cousin it thing from the Addams Family. I'm assuming that's to keep the sound out. And yeah, I mean not the sound, but the distortion of the sound. Yeah, I'm thinking more of the sun's going to come right there. Looks like it wants to peep out. You got a lot of low clouds. I'd give it about another 7 to 12 minutes. This should be popping up right there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I never really thought about that as far as the external microphones. I know I always plug my headphones into the port, but I don't know if it's a dual purpose. Maybe you have to buy the more expensive phone to have that. I really don't know, to be honest. Oh shit, I'm blocking the picture. Sorry guys. My fault. My bad. All right, I'm going to stand sideways again. Whoever just came in the room, the sun's getting ready to pop up in the clouds. I did hear a few motorcycles about 20 minutes ago. They're starting to come out. I would say in the next 1 to 2.5 hours, they'll be out everywhere. Except for your hardcore late nighters. I want to stay out late every night. They'll probably sleep till 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, and then come out again. Man, come on, Mr. Sun. I want to get out of this wind, but I want to get the shot. Oh, here's the thing. So that's what those two things that were lit up last night. See that steel pole there? And then there's another one to the right of it. That was all lit up, yellow and red, if you look at my previous videos. And the thing in the center of it, people go inside that ball thing, I believe. That's why it was going in all different directions. They must pull on the cable and all. I thought it was 70, 80 feet high. Now, unless that yanks it, it makes that ball go up and above it, which it looked like it did from the angle the other day. If they run it during the day, I'll get a better thing. And then that thing that looks like a T, it's got the different colors and all. People get in the far right thing, the cage thing, and the far left thing. And it basically spins around. I'm not sure if the cages spin also in the opposite direction. I'm not afraid of heights, but that's spinning around and turning. I'd be painting the walls in no time. Never been to any beach. Just looks like a good place to start. Hey, what's up, man in black? I'm not sure if you're U.S. or in another country, but here we go. I apologize for if you can see the palm trees. These ones are only about 20 feet high, but some of them, the tops are going a lot. The wind's starting to slow down. There's like 20 to 40 mile an hour winds. They're slowing down to maybe like 15 to 30, 35 gusts. This isn't a real good example of the beach. Right where I'm at now, that's the pier. I'm trying to cup my hand a little, keep the wind out. That's the pier. I don't even know if they swim down on this side. Usually it's a couple blocks up the other way. It starts, from there upward because the beaches, especially in low tide, go out much, much further. Hey, Charles. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll send you an email. It'll be from me in all capital letters at protonmail.com, so you know it's me. And hopefully I can help you with the phone. And let me know if you find out any information about the mic setup. Or once you give me the model, I can find out everything. There we go. I can't look into the sun directly, but when I look into my phone and record it, it cuts the light. Oh, okay, you're in Virginia. Cool. I apologize for any wind noises. I'm trying to divert the wind as best as I can with my hand, angle the phone, and divert to my other hand. All right, I want to go back to where the wind's not so bad, and then I know where the sun's coming up. See that little cove? That little cove straight ahead? I didn't realize the seagulls were there. I didn't want to chase them away. To the right of that cove, right before you go through, there's a little area where I can block the wind. Roughly 2.5, 3 hours. If you want to watch the sunrise on the West Coast, you can. It doesn't rise on the West Coast, but if you want to see, I'm not sure what part of California Auditron is in. His name's spelled AUDITRON. And about, I don't know if it's like 6:15, 6:45, California time, he records some really beautiful, I just started watching some of his sunrise things. And he goes on there and he does, God, just getting the chills. Beautiful bodies of water. I'm not sure what body of water it is, and the rocks and all, but it's really nice. I just wish the fence wasn't right here, but actually I'm going to back up into this corner. Boom! I guess the other two people chased out because of the wind. Not two people. All right, sunrise, Daytona Beach, Florida. Look at all these birds fighting the wind. They're trying to fly north, and they're just getting blown back. It's got to be like 30 feet up. It's got to be, I don't know, 40, 50 miles an hour, constant winds. All right, I'm gonna go start looking for motorcycles on the main drag where there's more buildings, and learn my lesson. Hoodie and a t-shirt. Bear with me. This wind. I'll be on the main drag up and gotta go right up to that traffic light. It's not far. Want to just turn yellow there. At least I can block some of the wind coming off the ocean, but it's really coming from the north. I think it's coming a lot. Yeah, it's coming a lot harder from the north than it is off the ocean. Oh man. Hey, how's it going? Little sign of life of a motorcycle. It's almost 7. For all the people that came into town yesterday and didn't stay out real late, they're probably up early having breakfast right now. There's a lot of good breakfast places more on the mainland side. Go across the bridge like 2.5 miles. I don't even think it's that far actually. Some spots it's only like 1/6 of a mile. Some of the bridges. All right, I can block the wind here. Look a little shady, but I don't care. Oh God, yeah. There's oh yeah, there's Main Street. There's where I was last night filming actually. And there's the club, and they actually have they have a blue line flag, blue line on the American flag, and it looked like a red stripe one too. I don't know what that means, but I don't know if that meant. I don't know if that's a new thing. It was like one red stripe, and I think all the rest were black and white. But I could be wrong. I'll have to get a better view of that or look at the video. I just don't want to cross the street right now if there's any action. All right, whoever the 2 people in are still in here, I appreciate checking out the stream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this stream, and in the next like 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and throw up another stream. I want to go ahead. I'm at 45%. I want to go ahead and throw on a power pack on my phone, and I will be putting it back on. Whoever the 3rd person just came in, I'm going to end this live stream and start another one in about 5 to 7 more minutes. Thanks for hanging out. If you come back, cool. If you have other things to do, that's cool too. And I'm going to end the broadcast now. I'll see you guys soon.